And there is, hey, speaking of which, there is Harris LaChance. He joins us. What's up, Harris LaChance? Good to see you, my man. We were just talking about details and perception versus realities and all of that good stuff. Have you guys had a good season to this point?
I mean, on paper it looks pretty good, but what we've been talking about within our team room is that we haven't played nearly to our best at all.
So, and what is that? Is that details? Is that because the other thing that we were talking about was the little details of thing. Max Tooley was on the show yesterday morning talking about details, talking about doing jobs that, linebackers got to tackle. We haven't tackled. So when you, as an offensive lineman, I think you and I have talked about this on the show in the past, like this thing about doing your job and each guy doing your job. Has that not reaching your potential? Is that about details? Is that as simple as doing your job?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely about details. It's about the small and simple things. It's about like you said, like we talked about before, all five guys, getting on their blocks and staying on them, driving them through the whistle every play. Those little things go a long way, and the running back hitting the right track perfectly, and setting up the defense to cut back. There's a lot of things that go into it, and it's like when we find that good rhythm, nobody can stop us. But it's all about finding that rhythm, and it takes a while. It's harder than you think, when you're working at it, trying at it. So,
I think we all think football's easy. Hey, hey, just grab your guy and make a play. But I mean, the preparation level when you're playing programs like the Baylors, the Oregons, Wyomings, Utah State into Notre Dame and Arkansas, like there is no off week for you guys, especially your bye is very late in the season this year. I mean, how do you stay physically ready, and how do you combine that with being mentally ready to play big games week after week after week?
It helps a lot with our strength staff. They keep us ready, and we have a lot of analysts here and guys that are kind of looking about seeing how our schedule is. We played 2 games in 5 days when we played Wyoming and Utah State, but then we had a long weekend to kind of chill out and get our feet back under us. And, they help us get right and get our bodies right. And I think mentally you have to just stay consistent, keep trying to, get better every day, but also understand that you can, it's a marathon, not a sprint, I guess I would say. And especially with these tough schedules, you have to understand that.
How are you sleeping, by the way? I mean, you've got the new little one. I mean, you and Mrs. LaChance are battling through that and adjusting, and you're dealing with all this, the baby stuff, the relationship stuff that the baby stuff brings into the relationship. Like, how is that impacting your life? How are you feeling? How are you doing mentally?
Oh, it's great. I think it can be a hassle sometimes, but for the most part, Harvey's sleeping well. My wife is amazing. She does mostly everything, and I just come home and we watch our TV shows at night. So it's great, and it's fun, man. Harvey's growing up a little bit. He's crawling all over the place, so it's fun when I come home, I just play with my son, and it takes a lot of pressure off. Honestly, it's fun. There's nothing better than family, man.
So wait, before we get back to football, you watch your TV shows at night. What are the TV shows in the LaChance household at night? Wait, let me guess. It's BYU Studio C like the whole night. Is that right?
No, not at all. No. Let's see. I mean, Monday nights I'm always watching the game. My wife likes that. Actually, she grew up in a house with boys watching football, so she likes watching football with me. She also, but sometimes we have to watch. She loves the show Desperate Housewives, and I can't believe I'm saying this on air, but but I'll watch that sometimes with her just to chill. I don't know. We'll watch all sorts of stuff. We tried this TV show called C last night, and we did not like it, bro. I got to be honest with you. Everybody's blind. There's like this community that's everybody's blind, and I don't know. Maybe you've seen it. Maybe you like it. I was just like, I couldn't really grasp it, man. I was like, this is tough. We're gonna turn this off. So.
Now, we never even turned it on. We looked at it. We're like,
Yes.
nah, that seems a little, nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
And
we
the
got like
funny
five
thing is,
minutes.
isn't it funny? As a married guy, you get this. You compromise on my show was Downton Abbey. Like my wife, she wanted to watch the royal thing. Like you'll compromise to watch that show to make sure that you get the Monday Night Football gig, right? Like there's a give and take on the TV.
Exactly, Monty. Yes.
Yeah, and by the way, happy wife, happy life. I'm sure you know that at this point, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, man. All right, let's talk. Let's talk Notre Dame. Your preparation for Notre Dame. So let's talk about the offensive line. So now you're 5 games into it. How would you say that you guys have grown and evolved? I think one of the things that I saw, and I'm curious your opinion on this and what you guys saw on tape. You guys rotated on that right side for whatever reason that might be. Your offensive line dynamic is completely different when it's you at guard and Kingsley Suamataia at tackle. Like it feels like that is the 5 guys across your front line. Like how does that rotation, and then how have you guys seen yourself as a unit mature as the season's gone on?
Yeah, I feel like we have matured a little bit. I feel like we're still trying to get that right. We have a lot of, like Coach said in the beginning, we do have a lot of guys that can play. And I think that, game to game, we've been trying to figure that out and see who the best 5 are going to work in there. And but we want to make sure, Coach wants to make sure that everybody gets in there and kind of like, if it rolls good with them, then that's what we're going to do. And that's what we're kind of still trying to figure out. And we are maturing. We're getting better, tightening up our backside blocks and all sorts of things like that. But at the same time, yeah, like we have to keep working hard and keep kind of figuring out things.
Is there any guilt in your mind about the souls you've snatched on the goal line? Because we saw you bowling with humans a couple of weeks ago with the 2-for-1. And then we see you, dude. I watch you. You are hunting on those throwbacks. You are hunting. I would imagine that is some tape that you enjoy watching afterward.
Oh, man, it's fun. I mean, I watch it. I mean, it's funny. I mean, in the old line room, we don't get very much praise. If we have a good play, we don't really watch over those ones as much. So, but I love watching them, and I love playing that. That's my favorite part, man. Is going out to you put a hit on somebody. So,
oh yeah, hat to hat. There's nothing better than that. What is the Notre Dame defensive line look like to you guys? What are you looking for them to try and do to you guys defensively?
Yeah, probably. I'm thinking we'll see a lot of twists up front, especially in the run game. That's hurt us a little bit, so we've been practicing against that. These guys are really good, really great team. Really great defense, great athletes, which we've gone against before, and we know how to play against guys like that. But at the same time, it's going to be a good battle, man, and we've got to bring our A game and be ready. So.
Yeah, and I think, it's interesting you talk about, seeing twists and stunts on the run game. I think one of the interesting things, though, is for you guys in the room, how much of an adjustment is there back to back? Because you guys are not seeing, this is not like it was last year with a consistent one guy back there, so you kind of get a feel, I feel like. Is it more challenging when you are rotating through different backs in your backfield?
We don't really know at the time, but after film, you can kind of tell a little bit. But for the most part, we do our job, right? That's what you got to focus on and I do my own personal job at right guard. Everybody just got to do their own personal job and it'll all work out and they'll do theirs and we'll run the ball for, whatever.
And I got to give you a little credit too, man. Moving inside is not probably the easiest thing in the world, but to my eyes, you look very comfortable with it. You look assignment sound. You look like you know exactly, where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do on each play. Has it been a good move for you from tackle to guard?
Yeah, I'd say for the most part it has. It is a little bit different in the run game, the angles and things, and I've been tightening that up. But for the most part, it's been pretty good. I know this offense very well, and so I know exactly where to go, and that's really helped me. And but yeah, I'd say it's fun, man. Like I said, I love it. playing right guard, playing right tackle, whatever it is, I'll get in there and give it my all. So.
Talking to Harris LaChance, thanks to our good friends at Coug Connect, cougconnect.com. Real quick, before I let you go, I do want to talk about this neutral site thing because you guys, obviously, this game's in Vegas. Vegas is Provo South. I think we all know that BYU, no matter where you guys are, you travel well. But in Las Vegas in particular, it seems like, BYU really travels the fan base well, even though this is a Notre Dame home game. Are there different challenges? Do you guys like playing in Vegas? I mean, that's somewhere where you guys are comfortable. Like, what does Las Vegas represent to you guys as a football team?
Oh, totally. I mean, we played our opener last year against Arizona in that stadium, and that was fun, man. That stadium is awesome. It's brand new, and we had a blast. And so I'm really excited to go back there. I think it helps too that all of us have played in that stadium before. I think so it's not going to be like any kind of factor there. I mean, it might be a little bit louder because I heard there's a lot more Notre Dame fans. But I think it's going to be fun, man. I'm really excited, and Vegas is fun, man. I love Vegas.
Yeah, what's not to love? By the way, wait, I lied. Not last question. The uniforms turned out pretty darn well for this game. That helmet, we debated this, Harris. Like, by the way, it's black, so, big sexy offensive linemen always like the black because, well, it trims you up a little bit, but that helmet, man, that helmet is fire. I love that thing. How much do you like that uniform?
Dude, I think it's awesome, man. I think we're gonna look bad, so it's gonna be cool. I'm really excited. We tried them on this week, and they look cool. So
yeah, black is always good, I think. Well, hey, Good to see you as always, man. I appreciate you. Stay healthy. We'll look forward to talking to you next week.
Thanks, Monty.
You bet. Good to see you. Harris LaChance right there.